The days after Prince Lucian's arrival flowed like a calm, gentle river through the halls of Enchancia. The castle had softened. Music played a little lower, voices spoke a little gentler, and everywhere Sofia walked, she noticed new life blooming around her. Flowers blossomed faster, candles flickered with brighter warmth, and even the garden birds chirped lullabies. Queen Sofia stood quietly by the tall nursery window, her eyes tracing the soft curves of the countryside beyond the castle. The sun was rising low and golden, touching the hills like a dream. Behind her, baby Lucien slept in his cradle, wrapped in a cloud-soft silver blanket. Elara sat nearby on a cushioned stool, swinging her feet and watching her little brother intently. "Is he going to sleep forever?" Elara whispered, chin in her hands. Sofia smiled gently. "It just seems that way, love. Babies need lots of sleep to grow strong." "But I made him a tea party," Elara pouted, pointing to the small table she'd set with tiny cups, sweet crackers, and a seat for Sparkle Bunny. Sofia knelt beside her daughter. "He'll join your tea party soon, I promise. But for now, would you like to help me with something special?" Elara's eyes brightened. "Is it a queen thing?" Sofia giggled. "It's a big sister thing. I want to make a lullaby charm for Lucien, something to keep near his cradle that sings softly when he stirs." "Magic singing?" Elara's mouth opened in awe. "Like a fairy song?" "Exactly," Sofia said, rising and moving toward the royal charm cabinet. It was a tall glass case filled with enchanted keepsakes from Sofia's many adventures: bottled starlight, wishing petals, tiny memory globes, and fragments of wind from far-off lands. Sofia reached in and selected a small crystal rose. "This belonged to a fairy friend. It holds warmth and song when given with love." She handed it to Elara. "Would you like to give it to him?" Elara cupped the rose carefully in both hands and tiptoed over to the cradle. She set the charm on a tiny silk pillow beside Lucien's head and whispered, "I love you, even if you sleep through tea." The crystal rose shimmered. Suddenly, a soft note filled the room, a hum like wind through willow trees. Lucien stirred slightly, smiled in his sleep, then curled deeper into his blanket. Elara gasped. "It worked!" Sofia blinked back happy tears. "That was all you." Later that morning, the family gathered for breakfast in the sunny drawing room. The long table had been moved to accommodate a bassinet beside Sofia's chair. Prince Leo poured tea for his wife, while Bailiwick stood nearby, hands neatly behind his back, watching the servants bustle in with trays of fruit and scones. "Everything running smoothly this morning, Bailiwick?" Sofia asked warmly. "As smoothly as a royal spoon through cream, Your Majesty," he said with pride. "Although I did find Sparkle Bunny floating in the fountain again." Elara giggled. "She was swimming." "Of course," Bailiwick said with a knowing sigh. Princess Amber swept into the room moments later, wearing a lemon gold gown and carrying a basket of freshly picked roses. "For the little prince," she said, setting them near Lucien's bassinet. "And a charm of peaceful dreams tied in the ribbon." Prince James followed close behind, still yawning. "Has he done anything yet?" "He breathed," Elara said seriously, "and made one teeny smile." "I suppose that counts?" James grinned. Sofia looked around the table. Her husband, her children, her siblings, and the trusted steward who had been there for so many years, and for a moment, she felt the rare stillness of a full heart. Elara lay on the floor on her belly, drawing something on a large sheet of parchment. "What are you working on?" Sofia asked. "A map," Elara said, tongue sticking out as she concentrated. "A special one. It shows where Lucien will go when he grows up." Sofia tilted her head. "May I see?" Elara nodded and turned it around. It was a scribbled but sweet drawing, a path that wound through cloud castles, dragon playgrounds, sea kingdoms, and even what looked like Cedric's tower labeled "No Baby Zone" in bold letters. "I made sure he visits everyone," Elara said, "but he comes home every night." Sofia placed a hand over her heart. "That's beautiful, sweetheart. Do you think he'll want to fly on a Pegasus one day?" Elara asked, rolling onto her back. "Like you? I think he'll want to do all sorts of brave things," Sofia said, smiling. "But he'll always have his big sister to help guide him." Elara beamed. "Like Clover did for you?" Sofia nodded. "Exactly." The sky turned indigo, and the stars blinked awake one by one. Lucian slept beside Sofia's bed, his locket glowing faintly. Prince Leo tucked Elara in beside her plush toys and placed her hand gently on the starlit amulet around her neck. "Will I dream of Lucian too?" she asked sleepily. "If you do," Leo whispered, "tell him we love him." Sofia came in just as Leo finished. She sat beside Elara and kissed her forehead. "You're doing wonderfully, Elara. He's lucky to have you." "And I'm lucky to have him," she whispered back. In the quiet that followed, Sofia returned to her own bed and reached down to gently touch Lucian's hand. "You've brought such peace to this castle, little one," she whispered. Outside, the wind stirred softly, and the stars seemed to sing. The moon rose full over Enchancia, shining down on the sleeping royal family, one child dreaming of magical futures, one tiny prince held in quiet love, and a queen and king watching over them all. End.